All right, my name is Jerome Robinson from the Robinson Report. These are the facts, right? Well, the facts as I know them to be true. So see if you agree or disagree with what I'm about to tell you. Was the virus bred, created, manufactured in China? In a lab in China, right? I believe most of the world, or at least the country, believes that's the case. Tell me I'm wrong. I think you can't deny who would create a virus if it wasn't a weapon. So if it's not a weapon, right? So now we have something equally as deadly and or deadlier than a nuclear weapon is bioweapon, right? There's chemical, there's bio, there is nuclear, there's all kinds of weapons out there, right? And there's a simple handgun. China 30 years ago was adamant about world domination. We, as the United States, understand that. We've had news reports, investigations on it, but we seem to forget about our history. We seem to rewrite history. We don't write about that stuff. Our kids don't study about that stuff. They don't study that 30 years ago, the Chinese were killing their own soldiers to harvest their organs. They were killing off any baby that was born as a secondary child. So you weren't allowed to have two children in China. They made movies about this stuff that we thought was so far-fetched. This is going on today, right? So do you think China all of a sudden thinks, hey, we're not going to do world domination anymore? This is not 500 years ago. This is today, right? 20 or 30 years ago is today. I need you to understand. Stop being in denial. It's like ridiculous that literally the same journalists that covered these stories, the same journalists that covered China spying on the United States and funding the Clinton administration's campaign illegally, all of a sudden we forget about that stuff and we think, oh, he's innocent and everything's all great, and we forget our history because it suits our needs, because it's convenient. Don't think for a minute this wasn't engineered by China as a bioweapon to kill. It's inconvenient and very difficult for the United States to go to war with China, and I'm going to tell you we'd lose. China or Russia has no problem hitting that nuclear button or whatever they need to do in order to, how do I say this right? They're more stubborn than we. So we're more likely to care about our civilian population and politics, that we're not going to want to all of a sudden, do a nuclear missile strike on Russia or China or anywhere else. We're going to be very careful about that. China or Russia, very prideful, very stubborn, no qualms. They won't care or hesitate to hit that button. They're more powerful than us, and we don't want to admit that. Sometimes we like to think we're the most powerful country in the world. We are not, right? It boils down to the extreme of what one country would do more than another for global and world domination. And those two countries would go further than we would in order to fund their agenda, in order to further their mission, in order to take over the world. This is not, one could say I'm over dramatizing or I'm making something up. I like to tell you to go to the library, but you could just do research, go online and look at earlier news broadcasts of 20 or 30 years ago. Look and see for yourself. I don't know why someone would think that the United States would create a weapon like this and put it in China. It's not what we're out to do. Hey, I want to say thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. I'm Jerome Robinson with the Robinson Report, and I'm out.